Hello everyone, I'm Michael from Heavyweight Boxing, and today we're talking a little bit about the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. So as many of you probably know, Tyson Fury is going to be back fighting in about 4 days against the renowned and fucking feared Otto Bloody Wallin. He will be defending his lineal title and his Mayan WBC belt, whatever the fuck they both mean. And to top it off, this fight will be on pay-per-view. So you will not be catching me spending any money to watch that fight. God, no. I'll probably find a dodgy stream. If I can even be bothered to stay up for it, which I doubt, I'll probably just watch the highlights the next day. I don't know who's going to be paying for that, but whatever. I'm not here to roast Tyson Fury and his Mickey Mouse titles. Let's get into a little interview he had with Steve Bunce. So I just wanted to look at this interview because he was talking about what he wanted to do in 2020 in regards to fights. So he said he wants to have 3 fights, and in these 3 fights he's talking about facing some serious opposition, which, you know, is always interesting to hear from Tyson Fury, because we know he likes to talk a lot of shit about what he wants to do in the heavyweight division. This is partly why I love the guy, because, you know, he just makes the division so exciting and so funny, although it can kind of get a bit annoying. So I thought I'd take a look at what he said and see if we think there's any truth to it. So he says he wants to have 3 fights. The first fight he said he wants to have around February time is obviously against Wilder. And we know there's some truth to that because it has been signed. Now, will that fight happen? Well, there's a big question mark around that fight, because obviously we do know it's been signed, but Wilder has started making it very clear that he wants to offer money to Tyson Fury to step aside so he can get the winner of Joshua Ruiz. Funny that, Wilder, that you're suddenly very interested in facing Joshua after he loses to Ruiz, but before that you had absolutely no interest. But you know that's Deontay Wilder for you. So we're going to see a little bit of difficulty there. It'll be interesting to see how that plans out, because obviously Tyson Fury doesn't want to get phased out of the heavyweight division. He's not really going to want to be stepping aside against Wilder. He wants a chance at that WBC belt to throw him in with a big, unification bout with Joshua Ruiz or whatever it is. And Tyson Fury's come out and said that. He's come out and said, I'm not taking any step aside money. But we know what boxing is like. Money talks. So, that potentially that fight might not even take place. I don't really see why Wilder's got no interest, if you think about it, in fighting Tyson Fury. There is nothing really there for him. Yeah, he'll make a little bit of money, but Tyson Fury's got no belt. He's got the Mayan one, but I don't think anyone gives a shit about that. He's got no belt. He just doesn't gain anything from fighting him. The big money fight is the unification bout. He's got a chance here to become a unified heavyweight of the world. Could you imagine that? The last heavyweight who unified the division was Lennox Lewis, and now we're gonna have next to him potentially Deontay Wilder. So I think Wilder's gonna do whatever he can to get out of that Tyson Fury fight. I think Fury beats him in the rematch. And moving on from there, if Tyson Fury does beat him in the rematch, which is what Tyson Fury said he'll do in the interview, that will mean he'll have to face Deontay Wilder a final time, and quite an exciting trilogy it will be, because there is a rematch clause for their fight. So he would have to fight Wilder one more time, and obviously he's expecting to beat him in the rematch as well. I can't predict that far what will happen in that fight, but very likely he does. And then he goes on to say for his final fight, and it's the final thing he wants to do in the year 2020, is take on the winner of AJ and Ruiz in a potential unification bout. So very fucking optimistic from Tyson Fury for what he's going to do in 2020. It sounds just like Tyson Fury because it sounds like bullshit. I'm sorry, I love Tyson Fury to bits, and I think I genuinely believe he's the best boxer in the world right now. Sorry, best heavyweight boxer in the world right now. Although I would love to see Tyson Fury versus Lomachenko. I think that'd be a great fight. But yeah, I think he's one of the best fighters best heavyweights in the world right now. So I do think he would probably beat the winner of AJ Ruiz, but I just don't see that happening. If you look at his track record as anything to go by, he is not someone who wants to have back-to-back hard fights like AJ's been doing. Let's give some props to AJ. He's been had so much stick in his career, but he did fight difficult opponents back-to-back, but that is not what Tyson Fury has really been about. He likes to face some of the best in the world, the Klitschko in his prime, but then likes a little layoff. I know it's harsh to say, he had a lot going on, but look at him with Deontay Wilder, big fight, and then 2-fight layoff. And I think the same will happen with Wilder. I think he'll face Wilder, probably have the 2 Wilder fights, and then have a little layoff, which is you can understand. Every fighter deserves a gimme, but there's no way I see him having these 3 fights in a row. I would fucking love it. Don't get me wrong. I think it would be, the most entertaining year for heavyweight boxing if we could see these 3 fights. Let's just look at the potential idea of a Joshua versus Tyson Fury fight. Fuck me, that would be the biggest fight in British boxing history for sure. It's crazy you can even say that. But if we look at some of the biggest fights in the past, what we got, Ben Eubank. That's got to be up there, their trilogy. Froch Groves, their trilogy. Lewis Bruno, it's bigger than Lewis Bruno, isn't it? And you can't really beat a heavyweight fight, can you? Like a British heavyweight fight, potentially all the belts on the line for a unification bout. That's literally movie stuff. But fingers crossed. Tyson Fury, is talking with some sense here. But yeah, I'm not convinced. But let me know who you think Tyson Fury will face this year. Is he talking facts or is he talking shit? Let me know. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for listening and goodbye.